friends, welcome back for Chainlink versus Bitcoin and Chainlink versus the dollar coin technical pricey analyses. So, what have we got on the go here? Jeepers creepers! Would you mind not putting in an extremely flat doji candle here, right on the line of the 50%, right at that 236, right there? 44,613, right on that line. What did we say in yesterday's episode? Something like 44,676 or something is what we wanted to see the prices going above. I mean, come on, you're just about there, but you've not done it. 24-hour time frame, we see the 21 EMA curving towards the upside. That's good to see with an upward slope on it. It's started to develop that since this positive price action over the last few days. We managed to have done decently here with this bottom area before turning the prices around and coming up towards this inflection point in the market, but there still needs to move on beyond it if we want to actually have a trend towards the upside come in here, of course, in 24-hour time frame. Looking at this and saying, well, what are our targets in between then? And of course, we're looking towards 46,479.99. That's where I was saying that. Actually, I guess I misspoke about this here, but still, the point still stands. 46,479. That's where we want to see that prices moving up above that area for a number of reasons. One of which being, and not the least of which being, this 46,500, where we had the previous high here on this kind of upward sloping movement here. We want to not have an overall head and shoulders effect on the go between this area, and this area here. So we do want to see the prices sloping towards the moving on up, stair-stepping up the way. That would be good. Otherwise, you are going to have to ask a couple of questions about the sort of the general psychology if the prices were to drop back down below these areas into that 42,000. People, by the time that you'd have done that, you'd have gone past several key areas along the way. All these things here, which you'd be going past 21 EMA, 55, 50 simple, this horizontal line at 43,000. So you'd have that and that build up there. If there was then an increase in the volume and whatnot, then you could look towards this sort of overall decreasing sort of pattern and say, well, maybe we have a head and shoulders on the go there. But this is unlikely in a sense for a number of reasons. One of which is being like the lead into it is a downward sloping price action, etc., etc. So what would you look then for? Right. So that's what we're dealing with at the minute. Just in general, just in terms not the strict textbook fashion, but just in general in terms of what to look out for really. Moving down below 40,000 really would be the worst in terms of going past the 618 golden pocket retrace, where we already saw the prices go down as low as on the 15th of June there, and hopefully that's going to serve us for as low as it needs to go in the meantime, just to continue this overall upward trend that we have. Because higher low, higher low, higher low, essentially, if you discount this as being the higher low in between times, in which case you've not put in a lower low really compared to that. And on the oscillators, well, that's the high. It wasn't bearishly divergent. While this is a low, it is not hidden bullish divergence, but we've got convergence on the go here. Can we make it up into the bullish control zone essentially on the RSI? Can we come up here and challenge this and try and not put in any more sort of the bearish divergence on the stochastics and come up into the oversold zone just briefly and whatever else? Yesterday's Chainlink videos was quite good one, I thought, as well, I think, but I don't know, didn't really get any of the feedback about it, so that's just my own opinion, but you can always check that for more infos. In fact, all of the recent Chainlink videos are all real good. A lot of muck on this one. Obviously was asking the question here: could this be an inverse head and shoulders off the back of the sort of downward price action and the run up to it, or could we have head and shoulders here towards the upside? With off the back of this upward sloping price action. Still not answered either of those questions yet, but one does kind of answer the other in the sense that this shoulder, head, shoulder. The head of this head and shoulders here is at the neckline of the other one. So falling down below the neckline of the inverted head and shoulders would mean that you have that you're opening up the possibility for the regular style head and shoulders to work. Obviously, it's not a really great big time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, maybe it would add up to something a bit better candle wise. In terms of measured moves and whatnot, this could take you up to previous highs, back up to that 450, past the 420 blaze it zone, which is the most important current area for us in terms of just like the nearness of everything. But you also as well, just little things to bear in mind. You have a sort of ascending triangle on the go here. here. That could also take us up towards these higher targets, so 450 and whatnot, and let us move up past the sort of top end of this Fibonacci, having the 236 remain as valid for us, and go beyond the previous price levels of 450 and get up towards the top end of the channel, just to continue this on overall. We know that there's a degree, a big, we need to look out here for this $5 area should we actually manage to see the prices go up there. That's quite a ways away, a 20% increase in the current price level, so we're not going to get too excited about that in the meantime. Instead, these in-between levels is what we'll be looking at, but dropping down below the 21 EMA, below that 415 area, and going back down below the $4.07 area does mean that you'd be looking towards, again, the 389s, and will we sustain the prices above there? Not doing so, inevitably almost see the prices go down towards 370, as we've had recently. Let's hope that that is indeed the bottom for now, as we had it on the charts for a long time, very significant area, came back down, retested it, and moved up since. Fail this head and shoulders potential here, 65% of the time they do after all anyhow, and move towards the upside with this less significant inverted head and shoulders playing out, but also it's not really the real deal, but just here it is in the 4-hour time frame, so you can kind of see shoulder, head, potential shoulder here, whatever, potential sort of neckline at the same area of the ascending triangle. So you're kind of asking these other questions, just like will we see this here all pan out, or what? Maybe this yellow line, maybe this red line here is too far away. Maybe that was a fake out from before. Maybe that was a recompletion of the pattern after having faked out and broken out down towards 370, or whatever. Anyway, enough of this. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I really do. Share the video with a friend if you've got one that you think would like it. If there's something that you'd want me to look at and more focus on one particular thing or another, let me know. Check out the Bitcoin video. I think it's a good one in terms of the structure. Now, it'd be too much work to put that structure into every other video, but you might get some ideas watching that, what you'd rather see in terms of the Chainlink type analysis and all the rest of it, and maybe we can maybe I can adjust things slightly for what the audience demands, but of course not really particularly bothered about it. There's that divergence that I was talking about, by the way, in yesterday's video. I was wondering where it was. Well, the RSI shows it there. You can see 4-hour time frame between these two lows here. I must have pointed it out, and yes, I must have figured it out or whatever, but you can see it across all of the oscillators down below. So hopefully we get this moving up past the 420 blaze it zone, so that we can actually get high in terms of prices, and not be rejected by the 420 zone here. As you can see, several wicks coming in there recently. So 420, let's call it, as being the crucial area for us towards the top side, and towards the bottom side we'll call it $4.13. Let's say, just for now, $4.14. Catch you later. Thanks very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Check out the other videos. Share the video with a friend if you've got one that you think would like it. All that good stuff. See you next time.